What's up, guys? Look at the cage. It's so cool. Because of my tinted windows, it's a little bit harder to see the cage from outside of the car than I thought it'd be, but it looks so cool for the inside clips. It's so bright and like looking over my shoulder, it's great. I'm so excited. It's so orange. It completed the car. You guys are gonna be seeing a lot of Porsche content over the next couple days, and I'll probably explain why later in this video. I've been listening to you guys complaining about my camera quality, so we're on a freshie today. This one's nice and fresh, got a clean lens, and we're looking great. Alberto's doing R32 stuff right now, and I'm actually going to throw the Porsche on the lift, and we're gonna tag team. He's gonna work on the rad car while I work on the OK orange car. I can't get over how cool the new manifold looks. It's tight. By far probably the easiest car I've ever put on this lift. Also probably the nicest one that's ever been on this lift. Actually, that might be a lie. BC probably had nicer cars on this lift. But regardless, it's up in the air and I'm gonna start playing with it. Lucky this isn't my first time taking this thing apart. This is my first time taking it apart hot, and these bolts that I'm putting in my hand right now are literally scorching my hand. It kind of feels good, but it doesn't really actually feel good. But anyway, yeah, so we're pulling this tray off. If you guys have any guess what we're about to do to this? If you got the oil change, you're right. We don't believe in stealerships, and we're gonna change our own oil on the Porsche. Because that's what Mormon would do. Ooh. So I ripped on over to AutoZone and I got the cheapest oil filter I could find for this thing right here. No, I'm just kidding. So I went on Suncoast Porsche, where most people get their OEM Porsche stuff, and I got the same filter that OEM calls for and the same oil that they'd be using for an OEM oil change. And the thing is, like, I'm not really gonna save that much money. It's maybe like $200 or so to do it myself versus bring it to the dealership. It's more or less just avoiding having a bunch of people's hands on the cars, the inconvenience of having to bring the car into the dealership, having to account for their schedule and stuff. And since these cars, really the only maintenance you ever need to do is like clean the air filters and change the oil, it's convenient and useful to know how to do it yourself. And our neighbors next door have a little programmer tool, so they can just like tell the computer that the oil is changed, so it'll like reset the light or whatever. My plan is to change oil every 1,000 miles. I think Porsche only calls for it every 3,000 miles, but that's what Matt Mormon does, and Matt Mormon knows all. And I'm just gonna be overly preventative with this, because, you know, just keeping fresh oil in it, if that makes the car last that much longer, it's cheap enough. It's not like it uses any sort of crazy expensive oil or anything. But I'm gonna be ripping on this car a lot over the next week, track days, mountain stuff, and I just wanna put fresh oil in it, especially since the car is still on this is its first oil change. So we're just gonna go ahead and change the oil and make a DIY for you guys. What did I forget, Alberto?
No, I can't say it on camera.
Why? What? Say it.
No,
just say it. I won't include it.
No.
Just say it. Just say it.
No, it's really
Come on.
bad. No.
Say it. I won't include it, I promise. I'll bleep it out.
No.
Please? Alright, I stopped recording.
Not falling for that one again.
Interestingly enough, there's actually 2 drain plugs on this thing. And it's bigger than, ooh, I'm gonna need some weird looking Allens for this stuff, huh? Alright, so I need a 8mm, and that looks like it's a 10mm. Don't worry, we have new O-rings and stuff. We're doing this somewhat legit. Some thin oil. And it's hot. Doesn't look that dirty though. Oh, I was supposed to undo the cap up top so it drains nicer. Whoops. Got one more drain plug back here. I need to look at the torque spec for this stuff to make sure it goes back on right. I think something fell. So in the oil change kit that I got, it actually comes with 3 brand new drain plugs and 3 new washers. So looks like we're going to be draining from 2 of the 8mm things and then from 1 of the big boys. So I wonder if the other one that I should drain from is this one or this one. So that's where all the oil was.
Oh my god, you got oil on your face.
I was wondering why the oil was taking so long to come out. All right, let it be known. Dude, it dribbled out of all the other ones. Can you film this real quick, Alberto? That look when you don't follow the full service manual. Can you take a picture on your cell phone for me?
Yes, I can.
I was wondering, I'm like, man, no oil is coming out. That's so weird.
Wait, my cell phone's over here. This is so good. So we got splashy.
Man, dude, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we don't have the dealership stuff saying that the oil is changed at certain intervals, but I'll link whoever buys this car after me to the videos changing the oil. And they're gonna be like, I do not want to buy a car from this kid. He can't even not get oil in his face. Dude, you ever taste oil? It tastes kind of funny. Can you take a picture so I can wash my face?
All right, let me put this away.
I did look online at the service manual just to make sure that when I am torquing stuff, I'm torquing it all to spec, but it's fairly simple. No different than any other car for changing oil, except for the fact that it's got 3 freaking fancy oil drain plugs. Got all my fancy new drain plugs. I don't know why it came with new plugs. I feel like I could have just had washers. All right, it's time to add oil. Someone's got a cool little lock that pops in place to keep this thing up. So apparently this car calls for 7.5 quarts, but I guess it's really finicky with how much you add to it. So everyone always says add 7 first, see where it's at, and then just like add very, very little, because when you overfill it, it starts like breaking stuff, which sounds dumb. All right, so I got 7 quarts in there, and we're gonna see where the oil line is, check for any leaks, and then we'll add more accordingly. Kind of annoying that the car needs to be all the way up at operating temp before to let me check the oil level on the computer. Because like, I kind of want to know if it needs another quart or not. Interesting, at 7 quarts it's telling me oil level above maximum. That's a bit weird. Took a couple tries since apparently this gen takes a quart less than 991s, but got it straight. Now I'm gonna bolt this thing back together, give it a quick wash before I load it in the trailer. Turbo looks good. Looks like we got quite a bit of space compared to before. We had to clearance all this for where it used to be, so you can see it's moved back a little bit more now. That's pretty tight. Anything else, Alberto?
And then everything over here is pretty much situated. It's all mocked up. Also the new little master cylinder fits right behind it.
Perfect.
It's kind of on the edge, but the fitting that you have is like a 45, so it just turns backwards.
And if you notice down here too, just slightly had to clearance the intake manifold a little bit. It looks kind of drastic, but it's very minimal and it shouldn't make a big difference just to be able to fit that booster in there. But overall, it's coming together. Got to get this sandblasted tomorrow, make it look a little bit nicer, because right now it looks a little cruddy compared to everything else. And then we've got a nice polished one of these too. Gotta get her all clean before she goes and gets all dirty at the track. Makes no sense, but I feel guilty loading a dirty car in the trailer, so I'm actually gonna do like a proper detail. I'm not gonna film it though. It's good. I just gotta get it done. I've got a million other things to do. I'm gonna be gone for like a month, so I have to pack for a month tonight. So I'm just like, wash car quick. It's really, really late. I'm really, really tired. I'm not exaggerating. I have 17 million things to do. I am gonna be gone for a really long time. So I guess that's a good thing, because there's gonna be lots and lots and lots of really cool stuff that we're doing for pretty much the next 4 weekends, and lots of fun stuff on the road in between. Super, super stacked schedule, but I need to pack for a month worth of traveling in like minus 1 hour. So yeah. But anyway, I told you guys I would let you know why my Porsche is being loaded into the trailer. So we got a stacked weekend of Porsche stuff. Track day at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Track day at Road Atlanta with a Porsche. Yes, I'm gonna beat the crap out of my car. Wear and tear. Fun. Smiles. And then while I'm up there is the GT Smokies fundraiser. Is that what it would be called? A fundraiser, a rally. Basically a group of guys all get together and drive their GT cars through the Smoky Mountains and roads kind of in that area as a fundraiser to raise money for cystic fibrosis. So I'm gonna need to gather more information so I can talk more about kind of the whole itinerary mission, how it's used to help raise money and all that. I'm a little clueless right now because I'm just focused on packing all my stuff up. But if you guys remember, I did this same trip, I believe it was a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, with Matt Mormon in his blue GT3, and that was kind of one of the moments that really sold me on GT cars, and it's gonna be really cool to be going back and hanging out with the same guys now with my own GT3 RS, which I told them, I said I want, next time I come here, I'm gonna have my own car, and they were like, yeah, sure, and then now I do, and it's sick. And it's orange, and I'm stoked to go drive it up there. So, I think I'm getting sick. I need to sleep. I've got a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun projects in the works. I'm really excited for the summer. I hope you guys are excited for the summer. We're gonna have a crazy summer before summer even starts. I'm not even joking, okay? So, thank you guys for watching. A little bit of a dry video. I know we just changed oil on the Porsche. Hopefully you got a laugh out of my face getting covered in oil. Now when I have pimples and stuff from stress, I can just say it's because I got Porsche oil sprayed all over my face. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and bye. Okay.